What if I told you that one coach took a struggling Chicago Bulls team, transformed them into an unstoppable dynasty, leading them to 3 consecutive championships? And just when it seemed like they had reached the peak, he pushed them even further, creating a legacy that would dominate the NBA for years to come. This is the thrilling story of Phil Jackson and his Chicago Bulls, the mastermind who turned the Chicago Bulls into NBA royalty, not once but twice. He led them to 2 three-peats, defying all expectations and forever changing the game of basketball. Phil Jackson's journey to basketball greatness began on the court. Standing at 6'8", he was a dominant force in high school and college basketball. He played for the University of North Dakota, where his talents helped secure 2 regional championships. After college, Jackson was drafted by the New York Knicks as the 17th overall pick in the 1967 NBA draft. During his 12-season playing career, Jackson played for the New York Knicks and New Jersey Nets. While not a superstar, he was an integral part of the Knicks' success. He played a key role in their 2 NBA championships in 1970 and 1973. Known for his strong defensive abilities and basketball IQ, Jackson was respected as a tough, reliable player who thrived in clutch situations. His time with the Knicks, alongside Hall of Famers like Willis Reed and Walt Frazier, shaped his understanding of team dynamics and leadership. After his playing career ended, Jackson transitioned to coaching, initially serving as an assistant coach with the New Jersey Nets. It was during this time that he began to develop his deep understanding of basketball strategy and team management, setting the stage for what would be a legendary coaching career. In 1987, Jackson took his first major step into coaching as an assistant with the Chicago Bulls under Doug Collins. Just 2 years later, in 1989, he was promoted to head coach, and his impact on the Bulls was immediate. Jackson's coaching style was revolutionary, drawing inspiration from a blend of basketball strategy and psychological principles. One of his most significant contributions was the implementation of the triangle offense, a system originally developed by his assistant coach, Tex Winter. This offense focused on spacing, ball movement, and versatility. Instead of relying on 1 or 2 key players to dominate the offense, the triangle offense emphasized teamwork, with every player on the court involved in creating scoring opportunities. It utilized a 3-player formation on one side of the court, which gave the team multiple offensive options. It allowed for fluid movement and quick decision-making, forcing the defense to constantly adjust. This system was ideal for the Bulls, especially with the talents of Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and later players like Tony Kukoc. Jackson's ability to adapt this offense to the strengths of his players made the Bulls a force to be reckoned with. Under Jackson's guidance, the Bulls began to thrive. His unique approach not only elevated the team's performance on the court, but also fostered a sense of unity. He managed egos and created a culture of trust, something that allowed star players to perform at their best while working cohesively as a unit. The impact was evident as the Bulls began their rise to NBA dominance, eventually winning championships in the 1990s. In 1989, after a series of disappointing playoff exits, Phil Jackson took over as the head coach of the Chicago Bulls. One of his first major moves, the triangle offense, which was a shift from the heavy reliance on individual play that had dominated the Bulls' previous seasons. It aligned seamlessly with the skill sets of the Bulls' key players. Jackson's philosophy was clear. To win championships, the team had to be built on more than just Michael Jordan's scoring ability. This approach allowed Jordan to become not only a scorer, but also a playmaker. Jackson made sure the entire team was involved, ensuring that players like Scottie Pippen, who became more prominent under his coaching, had the freedom to develop their skills. He nurtured Pippen's growth into a 2-way star while keeping Jordan engaged in the team concept. He made significant changes after taking over as head coach. Jackson implemented his system effectively. Horace Grant's defense and rebounding, combined with B.J. Armstrong's perimeter shooting, strengthened the team's overall depth. Under Jackson's leadership, the Bulls saw immediate success. In the 1990 to 1991 season, the Bulls secured their first NBA championship, defeating the Los Angeles Lakers 4-1 in the NBA Finals. Jordan was named Finals MVP, but it was Jackson's coaching that helped mold the team. The following season, the Bulls were even more dominant, finishing with a 67-15 record and defeating the Portland Trail Blazers in 6 games in the NBA Finals. By 1993, the Bulls had achieved a three-peat, completing their championship run by defeating the Phoenix Suns in a 6-game final series, with Jordan earning his 3rd consecutive Finals MVP. After winning 3 consecutive championships, Michael Jordan stunned the basketball world by announcing his first retirement in October 1993, following the tragic death of his father. Without their superstar, the Bulls faced a major challenge in maintaining their championship level of play. Scottie Pippen, however, stepped up as the team's leader. Pippen became the focal point of the Bulls' offense and defense, earning his first All-Star Game MVP in 1994. The Bulls, despite Jordan's absence, remained competitive throughout the season, finishing with a strong 55-27 record. They made it to the Eastern Conference semifinals, but were eliminated by the New York Knicks in a grueling 7-game series. The 1994-1995 season saw the Bulls trying to adjust to life without Jordan, but the team still had a solid roster with Pippen, Tony Kukoc, and a supporting cast that had been built over the past few years. The Bulls struggled early in the season, but remained in the playoff hunt. Midway through the season, Jordan made his much-anticipated return to the NBA, and it was clear that his presence would rejuvenate the Bulls, setting the stage for their 2nd three-peat. The 1995-1996 season marked a turning point for the Chicago Bulls. After the previous year's disappointment, Phil Jackson knew his team needed something more. Enter Dennis Rodman, a player known for his rebounding, defense, and unpredictable personality. Jackson saw Rodman's potential and brought him in, filling the last missing piece: elite defense. Rodman, one of the best rebounders ever, allowed Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan to focus on scoring and playmaking. Top that off with the likes of Tony Kukoc and Steve Kerr, who added shooting and the ability to spread the floor. Bulls were set for another takeover. With Rodman, Tony, and Kerr on board, the Bulls took off. They finished the regular season with an NBA record 72-10 record, the best in league history. The team was unstoppable, dominating on both ends of the court. The defense was relentless, and Jordan's offense was near perfection. They cruised through the regular season, and when the playoffs came, they showed no signs of slowing down. In the NBA Finals, the Bulls faced the Seattle Supersonics and clinched the series 4-2, with Jordan earning his 4th Finals MVP. The trio of Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman had become a powerhouse, and Jackson's system made them unstoppable. The Bulls returned in 1997, defending their title with ease, defeating the Utah Jazz in the finals to claim their 5th championship. Jordan once again took Finals MVP, solidifying the Bulls as a dynasty. In 1998, the Bulls returned for their final chapter. Despite tension within the team and management, Jackson kept the group focused. Even with aging stars, they were a force to be reckoned with. In another thrilling finals against Utah, the Bulls clinched their 6th championship. Jordan's iconic game-winning shot in Game 6 sealed their three-peat and cemented Jackson as a mastermind of one of the greatest dynasties in NBA history. After the 1998 championship, Jackson stepped away from the Chicago Bulls. Even after his success, tensions with management reached a boiling point. Jackson had led the team to 6 championships in 8 years, but the stress of managing such a high-profile team, along with personal desires for new challenges, led him to leave at the height of his career. His departure left a huge void. Jackson created a culture of trust and discipline that allowed the team to function as a true unit. His leadership extended beyond basketball strategy, focusing on the mental and emotional aspects of his players. Jackson's contribution went beyond tactics. His interest in Eastern philosophies helped him keep players focused and balanced. His mindfulness approach played a major role in the Bulls' success. With 6 championships, the legacy was firmly cemented. His departure marked the end of an era But his influence on the NBA remained. He reshaped the way basketball was played and coached. And if you enjoyed this look at Phil Jackson and Chicago Bulls' incredible journey, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories of the greatest to ever do it with the Bulls and beyond.